Welcome back to the She Said podcast. Today we are talking about celiac disease and how the frick I got this disease. Okay, so let's talk about it. I honestly think that my celiac disease was trauma-induced and stress-induced because I was a people pleaser in my previous life before celiac disease. And let me tell you how bad of a people pleaser. Like, I would go all the way down to the emotion that the person is feeling. So if you're sad, I'm fixing it. I feel that. So I can't do that anymore. And celiac disease has made it so I don't do that anymore because I have to be selfish. I have to have these boundaries that I set with people, places, and things because I don't want to get sick. And when I get sick and I eat wheat, I have a total autoimmune reaction. And that autoimmune reaction is the worst thing. It's like stomach pain, cramping, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. You name it, it's terrible. And I get like these terrible headaches. Terrible headaches. So when I got sick with celiac disease, I was overweight. And I didn't know what was going on with me. But it felt like a whole band wrapping around my stomach and just like stabbing me. So I go into the doctors and I'm just like, hey guys, this is what's going on. I'm suffering right now. I can't do this. Like, I need help. And the doctors told me, like, I went to Intermountain and they told me that I was lying pretty much. So they gave me like morphine and a bunch of other drugs and they sent me home. But the kicker is before they sent me home, the nurse gave me another pill and it was Oxycontin. So essentially, they overdosed me. I get home, right, and I'm sitting on the couch, and my boyfriend looks over at me and he's like, oh shit. What? Whoa. He's like, have you eaten anything? I was like, no, I should probably eat something. And so he makes me some soup and he starts getting me to eat soup. And I was like, what's going on? And he's like, you just look really pale. And so I look at the discharge papers that the doctors gave me. And this fucking asshole nurse gives me children's discharge papers on what to do if a child is overdosing on opiates. Like, I've never, ever seen that in my entire life until that happened. So we almost had an overdose. An accidental overdose thanks to the hospital, and that was just terrible. So they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. I go to St. Mark's and they get me into a gastroenterologist, and their gastro person is like my hero. Dr. Throwbridge was amazing. He helped so much. Like, they did an upper endoscopy and I was scared shitless at first, but once I got my answer and they're like, yeah, you have celiac disease, my life got so much simpler. Like, I was so happy. Like, I went home and cried. Like, I finally had an answer that, like, I have this disease. So we had to completely redo, like, our kitchen. We had to go through everything, cutting boards, pots, pans, like, everything, our whole pantry, fridge. We had to go through all of it, and it was so daunting and so scary at first. Like, I remember crying myself to sleep a lot of nights because I was so scared and I didn't know what I could and could not eat, and it was just kind of hard finding an easy balance, right? Because, like, you feel like I can't have this food, but I can have this other food. And I was eating Whole Foods at the time, so it was really hard to find. Like, I would get so upset at my boyfriend, and I'd be like, I need a snack. I need to be able to make something easy and quick. And he's like, okay, so let's look for something. And he helped so much through my whole entire celiac shit. Like, he has been my rock through this whole thing, through people discriminating against me, through people saying, like, oh, I wish I had celiac disease so I could get skinny, or, even my job not working with me, really. Like, I have gone through the ringer, and I am never going to do that again. So, yeah, my celiac disease diagnosis was rough. And then, like, to make it worse, like, when I went back to work, it was really hard to explain to people and to advocate for myself. And so I was stuck because I'm a people pleaser. So I was stuck in this fucked up cycle of being sick, pleasing other people, and not helping myself. And that just wasn't working until that manager that worked on the front end told me, like, you need to get an accommodation. That accommodation, I'm not going to freaking say anything, but it saved my ass and it saved my life. Like, kudos to that manager for telling me to get that accommodation. But, like, holy shit. Dealing with celiac disease while working retail was hell. Because, like, there's flour everywhere. There's contaminants everywhere. And it was so bad that, like, I was getting sick working at the front end. Like, that's insane. So, thanks for listening to my celiac journey. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys tune in for another story. Thanks.